Hello, hope you're doing well and in high spirits. This is a collective energy update. We haven't done one of these in a while. So if you're coming across this video, no matter when you're coming across it, then there could be some messages in here for you. It's just the overall general energy. So let's go ahead and set the intention. I ask that this reading with these tools be accurate, specific, and bring blessings to everyone involved. Angels, please help me to stay centered in my higher self so that I may clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine messages that you impart through me in these tools. Please give me the confidence to understand, trust, and follow through with your messages. Thank you, and amen. And you guys, thanks so much for being here. Please remember to take what resonates and leave anything that does not. If anything creates tension, doubt, lack, limitation, anything heavy or restrictive inside your mind, body, or heart, please throw it away, reject it, don't take it on. Everything should provide a sense of expansion, lightness, inspiration, empowerment, etc. Even if it's emotional. Okay? And as we said, it's timeless. So anytime you come across this and it resonates, the messages are for you. What's going on in our collective as a whole, please, Spirit? What is the collective energy? What is the collective energy? What do they need to hear? Thank you. Nice. We have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor. I like to see that it's not a plural. Sorry, my camera fell. It's just one ancestor. So to me, this feels like one guide, one ancestor, one being that is coming into focus and working with you. I also see the shape of the egg here, which reminds me of the mother, of the womb, of birth, of creation, universe, womb. And of course, we have this Egyptian energy. So it's a very origins energy. And it's like it's one that's helping you move through a phase, through a door, and communicating with you. We see a lot of blue. So this is working on your communication with you and probably your output as well. And your expansion, okay? This is See the Light by staying grounded as well. So being grounded at this time, getting yourself grounded is really, really important, especially when we're dealing with energetic upgrades and stuff. This kind of stuff can wipe us out if we're not staying grounded. And the best way really is just to connect with nature, eat red foods, listen to shamanic drumming, get your feet barefoot on the ground, get in the sunlight, ask your guides in meditation to help you ground, work with the earth energy, these kinds of things, okay? This can really help you, especially if you're struggling with anxiety. It can help to at least better manage some of those symptoms, okay? All right. And what is the current energy of the collective watching this video? Please and thank you. Okay. So it's like some of us are at the end, some of us are at the beginning. They're one and the same. Cosmic ancestor feels like a literal cosmic being that is with you. For some, it could be like a reptilian energy or like a zeta energy. It doesn't have to be. But guiding you to information in the physical world that can help you to open doors that are currently shut, okay? That can help you with transitions. I feel like they are blending into your world through this Jupiterian energy, this blue, this communication. This blue is associated with water, with air, with expansion, with the throat chakra, even the third eye center a bit. It's just there really strongly in the current energy. I also see you collecting new information in the current energy, studying up on something that maybe you're interested in or want to learn about, or maybe you want to start a business, whatever it is for you. I see a focus there in the current energy. And I see it's like there's a door you're not ready to open yet, okay? But you know that this door is going to be like the next chapter. You know it's going to be a renewal. You know it's going to be a passage in a way. It's something new. But first you are kind of taking this study. And this is interesting to see this because it's really hard to see these. Is why I don't show them to you on here. Sorry. But we had this the other day in a TikTok reading. And, I thought before starting this reading, there was something about twin flame energy. I'm not a fan of that label, twin flame, especially for this channel, because I feel it can be very destructive. very limiting, and just unhealthy in general. Any label can be, actually. But I understand that for us as humans, like sometimes like there are just certain like labels that we use to help us describe or explain hard or abstract concepts. So how I would describe this is that through a relationship that is very significant and very mirrored, very intertwined with your soul, there is an awakening that is occurring. There is a collection of knowledge that is occurring. There is a deep connection with the self being established in greater ways. And I do feel like for many of you, there is a relationship with somebody that is facilitating this energy, which is where that twin flame kind of comes in. It doesn't have to mean that, every single person here is dealing with a twin flame. It just means that that energy of activation and awakening from an absolute counterpart, mirror, divine partner, whatever you want to call it, is present, and it's intense, and it's manifesting in your physical world, and it's all about the heart and all about the physical world. I just glimpsed this while shuffling as well, codependency. So some of you could be working through this energy with a partner, if you're dealing with somebody, or this could also be in the near future for some, like 3 to 6 months or even 7 months time frame. Let me just, it's weird. I don't feel like the codependency is a negative, not to label it good or bad, but it just feels like something that is being seen and worked on, and also patterns in the past about that. I feel like this is motivating somebody to walk away from certain pieces that don't serve them and to focus on healing, again, on being grounded and having their personal power in hand, but also redefining what that means. We do see, it's like this energy helps to relieve or deal with anxieties. Or maybe when you walk away, actually, it helps to alleviate some anxiety around the concept of love itself. They're on the concept of joining itself. That's actually the way I would read it a little bit more. There could also be anxiety around this communication, this expansion, this upgrade, also around the end of something. For those who are ending out of a relationship, especially like a more toxic one, if you are, I don't feel this twin flame energy attached to what you're leaving, okay? This feels like it's in the energy, in your sphere, the unseen, and if it's manifested in the physical already, if it's like not at a distance or just in your dreams, and if it's actually here, this is kind of more where this codependent energy is coming up. It's like once you begin that twin flame journey or that journey with this person, there's a lot of things that come up to be worked on. It's not an easy journey. Like this isn't like a journey of like, oh, now we're together, everything's great. It's like, no, now we're together, let's start healing, right? And healing is complicated sometimes. We also have religious factors here. Actually, most times it's complicated or really intense, right? But it's worth it. So yeah, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path, okay? So there could be like a relaying of the, I see like a repaving the road when it comes to this, like in the psyche. And maybe just having to meet somebody on this too. This could be something in the dynamic that's in focus. Anything else going on in the current energy that you need to tell about, please? Could be ending with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or with an immature emotional partner. It doesn't have to even be an ending, it can be a pause as well. Could also be a pause or a delay on deciding like if you're going to start something new old. Like maybe somebody you've known a while or you've already had history with wants to try out a relationship, something like this. Could be a pause on that. Doesn't have to be. Also feel a pause with the urgency or the intensity of building something. Like if, for example, you've been building a relationship or a business, it's like it's paused for a moment because there's some kind of reflection and new knowledge to be acquired here that's putting a pause on this in the current energy, okay? I don't feel any like negative energy radiating from any of these messages. I feel a lot of actually positivity, a lot of like breakthroughs, a lot of breaking free, a lot of understanding yourself, the synchronicities how things work, getting organized. A lot of you are getting organized and putting like puzzle pieces together. A lot of you are seeing and knowing actually exactly what you need to do next, and you're kind of really trusting the process. I feel like we've been on a journey together, like a lot of the people who are here on this channel, and myself, like as a reader, and it's just like a very like I see the progress, I see the progression in all of us, and in myself, in you, in your energies, even in people I read for, like you know, over and over. I can feel the progression. And here I feel a lot of progression, okay? And a lot of also, I want to say, it's not like dreams coming true necessarily, but in some aspects it is dancing around this feeling of like reality is shifting so much. It's like if you were to look at where you are now from 2 years in the past, and now you're 2 years in the future, that self would be like, oh, hot damn, like this happened. It didn't happen the way I thought it would, or in the form I thought it would, but hot damn, it's happening. It happened, you know? And here we have in the current energy to kind of support this higher knowledge with the Hierophant here, this revelations energy, this understanding how everything is connected. I also see 3 very prominent relationships or great loves here. There's an opportunity for you to break limitations as well, but in a way you're kind of like content with being stationed at where you are at this moment, because you're seeing a lot within this moment and you have a lot of gratitude for this moment. And it's almost like this phase of when we're moving towards kind of an energy of quote unquote enlightenment, even though I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's exactly that energy, but when we're moving towards that, we kind of start to like not strive for something. We realize everything that we need is here in the now in a way, and we have it. And I feel like you're in that space quite a bit. We also have some kind of leveling up. So this can either be with like a water sign in your world, or just with an emotional connection that you have. Or also I see fire there, but in air, a lot of energy there. But because we have this Page of Cups in reverse with the King of Cups up right here, it's like there's a major and massive growth. It can be with somebody you're with. It can also be just in the energy in general. It could also be like let's say you had a Pisces friend or partner, and another like water sign comes in, and it's like they have similar qualities as your past partners, but they're different. And sometimes that's how twin flames can be too. They can show up like with a little bit of a mix of different people and partners, even like a pattern, but they're like the ultimate energy of that, the ultimate form of that, you know, at this point. So definitely a leveling up, a maturing emotionally here, of somebody. I feel like it's around you, but it's also within you, because as above, so as below. Oh wait, oh my gosh, really? As above, so below. Yes. So it's like you are, of course, always projecting and reflecting outward. But this is something really stable. Like this is like a stable emotional maturity coming through this, these awakenings, these revelations, these, oh my God, it all makes sense. And wow, that was all for a reason. And I'm so grateful for this. And allowing, you know, your power to lead the way more and more, and not being afraid of it. I really like this energy. Okay, so that's what we really are seeing for the current collective energy here, which gives us a good basis for who we're reading for as well. So now we can go ahead and look into like messages. Whoops, sorry dear. If you've been feeling disorganized, you could be getting organized. And also, like, you may feel a little off your game or a little off balance. Being off balance sometimes is the resistance to a state of being that we maybe don't really want to be in at a time. That's how I view it. Or also being ungrounded, okay? So sometimes, like, accepting where we're at, accepting the state that we're in grounding, can really help us to really just accept like where we're at and get us more in balance, get us more in a state of flow and in harmony, which again, I feel like you are, but it's just a reminder, okay? What messages do we have for the collective resonating, please? And thank you. For the collective resonating and watching this video, what messages do we have? Please and thank you. For the collective, what messages do we have? Please and thank you. Clarify. Something about beyond the wall of communication. It's like when you decide that you're ready to whatever, walk through that door, to break the wall down and communicate your heart, this brings this new beginning in fully, and it sheds and shines a lot of light on things that are hidden, on things that are sneaky, even inside yourself or also outside yourself. There also could be some hidden emotions around like death or endings or transition that want to be communicated or come out for somebody. But in general, it's like until we reach this point, I see that this emotional kind of beginnings energy, perhaps with somebody, like fully, it's just on hold in a way. We do see you building, again, like your own business, your own empire, something from your heart here, dealing with a sense of renewal, dealing with options, having a lot of different ideas, perhaps finding some kind of stability or trying to build stability in the home to support what it is you're building or doing. And again, we have the Hierophant here. So a lot of higher knowledge coming through, a lot of revelations. Also, I feel a lot of revelations through compassion coming through for you. There's also, don't worry about the delay on anything. Like, it is in its time. You can't rush or force certain things, although you can push yourself a bit out of your comfort zone sometimes to expand yourself. And that comes with learning to really speak a language with yourself and trust yourself, because in your guidance, your intuition, yourself, you know, because it's like there's a difference between always keeping yourself in a comfortable position or trying to stay safe and never like expanding, and between just allowing the flow to occur. Like, for example, you start to feel motivated to change something in your life. Your intuition's kicked in and it's like, hey, I'm feeling different today. I really want you to do this. But then you start to think about it and you start to get in your head, and then you kind of like talk yourself out of it, and then you keep doing this like day after day. Like, that is like where you're kind of ignoring the flow and just like keeping yourself stuck in comfort in a way and not pushing yourself out. Like, even if it's something as simple as the metaphor of like exercise, you know, like, no, it's not always fun to exercise, but maybe your body's like, hey, just go do it. You need this. But your mind's like thinking, and it's like, oh, I really don't want to. I'm tired, whatever, blah, 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 making reasons, you know? So it's like with this emotional thing, you can't rush it. It'll come when it will come, but also there may be some discomfort involved when your intuition's like, hey, speak, talk, change it, try, do, like whatever, you know, you have to, it's like knowing how to decipher between them, which is also why we really always are encouraging you to work on your own antenna and your own communication with yourself. It's great to have guidance and outward help. It can really help to affirm what we already are feeling or know. But it's also really important to hear your own voice. And yeah, there's times you don't hear your own voice, and that's okay too. But, you know, working towards that energy and connecting with and honoring with your self first, your spirit first, is really important. Why is this here, please? I feel like some of you could be feeling a little minimalistic, or like you're really holding on to what you're earning. Maybe we're really holding on to your money, saving, not spending, thinking about the future and how you can create more in your future when it comes to your finances. I feel like there's a lot of like abundance here, but then there's also some scarcity energy here, but it's not real. It's more of just unsureness. There's something kind of new here, so there's an uncertainness. And why is this here, please, for the collective we're reading for? Okay, interesting. So, wait, one more clarification on this, please. I feel like this is either a friendship or a relationship of love. Again, it's like this water energy, or this emotionally kind of like immature or younger even person. Something paused or took a transition. Yeah, and I saw this earlier for you guys, the Eight of Wands. Something comes in really fast and really powerfully here. It's interesting. I see restabilization going on in your relationships and just in your world in general. And I think part of it's because you're actually rejecting or ending or somehow not feeding into either old company, travel, or some kind of a union right now. It's like it's paused. Your goals, your wishes around this are paused, and you're receiving some kind of recognition and protection around your passions. Take the time you need. Your passions are protected here, and there's a reason if your intuition is telling you to take a pause or to take a moment, because something here wants to come in. You know, it will come in really, really quickly once you honor yourself through this process that needs to happen. It's a lot about honoring yourself, you guys. It just is. It's just, yeah, life is a game. Life is a movie. Life is a show. Aries energy here, control, Mars energy as well, Scorpio, Capricorn, the next move. So we're looking at like money, business, the flow, also sexual attraction. Somebody wants to, they want to know you inside and out, heal with you. This could be that twin flame energy for some. We do see, as this energy comes in, it could be hard for you to differentiate between two if it hasn't happened yet, or if it has, but somebody from the past could come back, could be Scorpio energy, doesn't have to be, but it could confuse things. I see two energies here. You could also be releasing this energy from the past that was a bit unstable, in and out. Anything else to say about this, please? And please apply this where you will. Yeah, and here the thing is like, one of these energies is, you know, the truth, and the other is more of like a test. Either way, you'll be on your path. But I feel like you share a true north energy with this twin flame, with this soulmate, okay? And this other person from the past, or this energy that needs to be released, it's more of an illusion. And somebody here is really willing to fight for you. They're not going to lose you. But if you haven't done some of your healing work and some of the work you need to do, it's going to be hard for you to not want to chase the thing that doesn't really want you, or doesn't really invest in you in the ways that you need. You know, because somebody here is really, they're like ready. This is your person. This is also Sagittarius energy here, more fire, but that can like indicate adventure, movement, travel. Like this is your person, you know, and rejecting your own happiness, joy, abundance, receptivity, and feeding into an energy that seems whatever, but actually really isn't. Just be careful with that, you guys. Why is this here? Please and thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit of a crossroads energy. You can either be ready for this outcome of like what you desire, or you can push it away. I do see things coming full circle here as well. Again, more of that awakening energy. And I do feel like you're quite protected as you're gaining this new knowledge in, as you're having these revelations. Both of these to me in this deck are very like revelations, higher knowledge coming through, and really like speaking of, okay, I'm seeing things now and how it works, and it makes sense. This opportunity, it is an opportunity. This person that you need to release from the past, or that comes back to try to confuse things, this is an opportunity for you to see a bigger picture, to see so much more, you know, and really the Emperor normally is a more controlling energy to me, but this is the person that really wants you, that's really going to fight for you, that is your person, okay? So this kind of has turned into a bit of a love reading. I don't know if it has to be love, or if it can also talk about like partners in business, or, you know, friendships or whatever, but whatever it is, it's very strong, and it's very like meant to be, okay? And I see, yeah, here we go. This is nice. I see you having a lot of success with this process. This card has been coming out a lot lately. And I really, really appreciate it, especially for this reading for you guys. This is definitely the collective energy in large. And we're not looking at the traditional meaning, though you can if you're called to, of Knight of Wands. But in this deck, there's a lot of liberation, of movement forwards, of protecting the self, implementing your boundaries, recognizing your power. You're pulling your power into more focus. It's not fully there yet, but you're pulling it into more focus. You're setting yourself free. There's renewal here. There's you marching to the beat of your own drum, whether you're, weird, goofy, whatever, you're just being you. There's a lot of renewal here. There's a lot of passion and excitement here, and just you being free, letting your hair down, feeling some kind of joy, and even cracking through so much pain that you feel joy again. It's like this kind of a feeling. And I just love that you're standing up for yourself and feeling that passionate energy. This can also be associated with the fire seasons, right? So we're looking at, for example, late July and August, right? And then we look into late November and December. And actually even Scorpio season as well shows up here, which would be November more time frame. And then we also have in our late March and early April with Aries. So we have like our fire seasons where this energy can really be like where you're feeling this, where you're feeling like, oh my gosh, F yes, I'm, going, doing whatever, something that feels like me, like I'm becoming, I'm setting myself free of so many expectations and different things. And maybe even like discovering new passions, discovering new old passions that were there when you were a child and that you're rediscovering, and just maybe you're free of what you thought you needed, and this journey is helping you do that with this person in a way, and it's not, you're recognizing it's about the journey, it's not about the destination and everything. I do want to say again, you guys are being recognized, a lot of you, for something that you've been working on, if it's especially coming from your heart and this energy of renewal. Okay, if it's not, then I saw 27 on the clock. That seems significant, but when it's in alignment, you're getting a lot of recognition and your passions are protected. Okay, so that means if you're getting hate, if you're getting bullied, whatever, it's protected. Also, interestingly enough, we have dream here. This is encouraging you to dream in every aspect, to rest, to listen to your dreams, to pay attention to them, to put yourself in a position to dream by getting enough sleep, and also your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, what you want, what's in your heart, you know what I mean? Here we have RN, somebody could be a nurse, also RNR, so naps could be recommended if you have time to do that, okay? I see my last name here, that's interesting, but it makes me think of family and also like abusive energies in family, and like things that especially from the father side, for some in the collective, I don't know, that just came through on our TikTok reading with like father energy, so maybe somebody resonates with that, like there's something, rewards to be seen and reaped from that, also the revisiting of that energy, and maybe the release from that energy, if it caused damage, especially I feel it highlighted, and even if it didn't, like just things. We also have Washington here, like Washington State or even Wyoming, and we have the color red, which has been in the whole reading really strongly. Red is associated with foundation, with our root chakra, with our physical world. So a lot of you could be focusing on the physical in the way of like your home, how you view money, how you view the world, how you look, how you dress, your exercise program, your money. Did I already say that? Your finances, your business, that kind of stuff. Relationships too, like stuff that is in the physical world, So a lot of focus on red, and again, being grounded. Above all, red is like getting grounded, being grounded. I'm really seeing the red here. And it is also that fire energy too. What else do we have here? We have nerd. So again, I think a lot of you are going to be like reading or studying or gaining new knowledge. It could just be, you could even be nerding out on it. You're just like, oh wait, that and that fits and that fits. And you're just seeing all the synchronicities and everything's so aligned. And you're just like, wow. We also have war here. I feel like the war within comes to mind. And especially again, around the foundations that have been laid. Like, it's like you're starting to recognize more and more of just things that were unconscious for you, that just were there, like built in you, around you. And you're like, oh my God, like, whoa, I've been doing this, but I didn't even realize or whatever. And there's like this war of like fighting these old patterns and things like this in you. It could also be a war. This is interesting. This is like Renaissance energy. So this could be like past life energy that's correlated with the time of the year that you're in, where it's like you feel triggered or you feel something, but it actually is really intertwined in like your past life energy in a way. So it's like it doesn't make sense for you because you're like, why is that happening? But it is, and it's like a recommendation that if you ever feel like this, you might recognize it. It might have a signature, like it might have a sense of nostalgia or a sense of like an odd thing may trigger it, which is why it's important for you to be conscious about this so you recognize it. But den comes through, so like to spend a little more time at home if you're feeling triggered, and to rest in that space, in that safe space, or wherever your safe space is. Try to make a safe space for yourself, even if you don't have an ideal situation this way, even if it's a closet or a car or a spot in nature, like just a spot that is your own in a way, you know, whatever it is for you. Is there anything else? When some of you could be just wondering, when will this happen? When will I make a breakthrough? Just when? When will something end? When will it change? When will it change? When? What is the answer to when? Please and thank you. Meditation will help bring a lot of answers. What is the answer to when? Please and thank you. What is the answer to when? When some certain shadows are revealed, especially around childhood, and they no longer, you no longer recognize them as, you recognize them as a part of you, but you realize that they're not inherently your identity. This is the changing of things that are hidden, of things that are false. I do get a little bit of an energy for somebody here that there's like a false pursuit going on, which is really common actually. I think a lot of us go through that. It's just like where you think something is your dream, but you're actually suppressing your real dream. And this is more of like, becomes like an egoic pursuit, or you trying to prove yourself in a way. And it's like until you kind of start to see, or make the effort to see, and to change like the company around you, and the goals, the objectives, the life, whatever it is, like to start to shift this, and actually see some of these shadows, and to want to kind of reveal them in your physical world, which might mean giving up an old pattern or way of being or whatever. Until you kind of get to that place, you might continue to be in this older energy that's kind of at the beginning in the timeline here of this reading. But I feel a lot of you are already in this process. So it's like, it's all a process. And I just saw a quote today. It's like, you know, you don't recognize the change so much when you're in it. But when you look back on it, and that's kind of how we began the reading, when you look back on the change, you do. So it is happening. Things are changing, you guys. And foundations are restabilizing in a much clearer way. I like the energy in the collective as a whole. It's been intense, I feel like, in a really different way. Maybe it's been at a loss for words intense for some. But I just hope you know that there's a lot of progression and a lot of amazing work here being done. Green can be a really nice like stone for you, citrine as well, but any green stones, malachite, stuff that connects with your heart. And lifts up the vibration, okay? So, yeah. Remember, you can email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, I will see you all next time, and I wish you all the best. Take care.